Hey everybody, it's Rainbow Ramblings. How you doing? I just want to check in with you about Barry Morphew. And I think the man's a gangsta. And I'm not joking about that. Barry has been hunting since he was 7 years old. He's been a big game hunter and gone all around the world shooting large, scary stuff. He's had a deer farm and he's had to use a tranquilizer gun. But what bothers me is when he was first indicted, he was indicted for having an illegal, modified, dangerous weapon called a short rifle. And what bothered me further is when he was arrested in Arizona, he was in possession of a U.S. passport and a gun, a handgun, that had a silencer on it. Now, if you have a handgun with a silencer and you have a passport, it sounds to me like you're going to do a hit and hop on a plane to parts unknown. And if you have a short rifle, that's sketchy too. Because I'm not a gun person, I'm a lifelong pacifist. I won't harm anybody, human or animal, for any reason. I don't know about guns. So I asked Google AI about this short rifle that Barry Morphew was charged for. And what's really, really interesting is that it's considered a dangerous, illegal weapon because it has the power and high velocity and potential for heavy damage of a rifle, but it's small enough to conceal in a pocket or a backpack. And they first made them illegal in Colorado around the time of the Prohibition, and it was a weapon favored by organized crime types, racketeers and mafiosos. So I went on and asked, Barry said that he used this gun to shoot chipmunks, an invasive species that was running around his yard. Is that a plausible explanation? And Google AI answered, no. If he were to shoot a chipmunk with that gun, it would blow it up to smithereens. It would be so powerful and high velocity, the carcass would disintegrate into tiny little pieces. So, what does Barry Morphew need a gun like that for? He has regular rifles for hunting. Plus, on top of that, Barry Morphew has ties to militia in Colorado. The people that are willing to hate the government, take up arms against the government, and shoot living, breathing human beings for what they say is defense of life, liberty, and property. So I think he's freaking dangerous. And I'm going to do some posts, and I want you just to take a look at them, especially the one about the short rifle. And I want people to ask Judge Amanda Hopkins. The man was arrested 2 times for the heinous murder of his wife, first-degree, premeditated, cold-blooded murder. He was charged with having an illegal, dangerous, modified weapon called short rifle. When he was arrested and extradited back to Colorado, he was in possession of a gun with a silencer and a passport to get out of Dodge. He has militia ties. What does any of this have to do with Barry hunting? So there's a part of Barry Morphew that he has connections and weapons, and more importantly, a mentality of wanting to possess these weapons, own them, and use them for God knows what. And then she was told by the state that he's a flight risk and he's dangerous, and they put him at a $3 million bond. And this judge had the unmitigated gall because she likes her Barry's daughter sniff sniff, and she feels so sorry sniff sniff because they're victims. And she actually makes it possible for him to get out of a $3 million bond and be roaming around until his trial date. I thought judges were to be guardians of the safety of the people. You're supposed to make sure that the bad guys are locked up and nobody's running around that could hurt anybody else. How the hell did she have the nerve to let Barry Morphy get out of jail? I'm fired up. Peace, love, and donuts, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. Be sure to check out my page for documentation. Have a good day.